Okay, so this is going to be a review of the new knockoff Rubik's clock coming out of China. I guess it's called Majic clock, or I don't know who makes it. But I got this one from Sagar Lod's shop, Speedcube USA. It's not open yet, so I won't link it in the description, or I'll put a link in there, but you can't order from there yet. So don't. But it's on Light Take also, so if you really want it to order it. But Sagar's shop is based in the U.S., so you'll get it faster if you order from him when his shop comes up. If you have one of these already from somewhere, you may notice I took out the inserts of the original inserts and replaced it with the original Rubik's clock inserts because I had a clock lying around that wasn't too good. So I took the inserts out and put it in here. I did that for two reasons. One, the clock itself came with the lighter colored inserts with the lighter dials, and the darker inserts with the darker tiles, and I don't really like that. So I would have switched them anyway. But the printing on the tiles or the inserts that came with the clock weren't done too well. They were pretty poorly printed. The dots really didn't line up with the actual the arrows of the clock, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. I'd rather have them not even put the dots on there than put them on wrong. So that kind of just irritated me a little bit. You can actually make your own custom inserts. David Warner's done that for his clocks, or you can just live with the way they are. But it really wasn't too bad. It just wasn't something I would have preferred. Also, another change from the original clock is that these pegs aren't yellow; they are blue instead, which I don't mind too much. They kind of clash with the blues that are on there, but it's no big deal for me. I opened up the clock to lube it when I first got it, just because that's the way I lube clocks. And as you can see, I didn't even tape it back together, and it's actually holding up quite well. In the original clock, you kind of broke the seal and it wouldn't stay together, but I haven't needed to tape this, and it's still pretty straightforward. The mechanism is just like the original Rubik's clock, I guess with a slight change, but in the manufacturing of these turning dials, but in reality it's all it's exactly the same. About the movement, it's actually really, really nice. This is actually better than both of the original clocks that I've had and messed with. Originally it wasn't too great, but all I needed to do is take it apart and lube it. Some people just kind of spray some lube in there and don't worry about it. I prefer to take it out and spray a little bit of lube around these pegs, since they are really what controls the turning. So as long as these pegs get lubricated, they push in easy, and it provides the dials to turn easily. But yeah, the clock itself turns really, really nicely. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm definitely using this as my main clock from now on. The movement is really precise, kind of like I felt Oliver Perga's clock and David Warner's clock and some of some of the best clocks in the world, and they felt really kind of stable, and each turn wanted to go where you wanted it, whereas my original clock, I don't have it with me, it kind of was too loose and wasn't precise with its turns. But this clock really it does precise turns and really knows what the spot that it wants to be in is. I've been averaging just around what I have been with my good clock, and on the first day with this is after I lubed it. So I really have nothing bad to say about this except for the inserts. So if you happen to have a Rubik's clock that you don't really like too much, and you want to switch out the inserts, just pop it open and go ahead and replace them. But other than that, this is a great puzzle. It definitely helps because now people can actually buy a Rubik's clock where they didn't used to. They haven't been selling them since the 80s, and they've been hard to get. They've been up on eBay a little bit, but they gotten expensive. So for $13 I paid for this. I'll gladly have a better clock than what I had before. Yeah, so again, I got it from Sagar Lod's shop, which is not open at the moment, but I will be posting a link in my description when it is open. So if you're watching it later, after the shop's open, you can go ahead and get a look at it. But it's also on other places if you are so inclined to order it quickly. Okay, so this is the Majic clock, and I guess that's it.